Hey, Vic, just going over, just as a housekeeping item, do you know for sure who will not participate at the stadium tomorrow as far as the injured guys?
Beck, Alberto, Chubb, Fumagalli, Glasgow, Fort, obviously. I think those are the only ones for sure.
Okay, and what's Beck's issue?
He's got a little tightness in his back right now.
Okay.
And I think he'll be fine, be ready to roll by next week.
Has he had any issues since coming off the COVID?
No, other than the first couple days back, he had to get his wind going and because he didn't do anything for 10 days or 2 weeks. But other than that, at the beginning, no.
Okay, and then last thing for me, do you know, are there certain periods you want to do at the stadium tomorrow, things you want to get done that you did not have a chance to?
It'll be a similar format to what we did last week. If you took note, we put the ball at different spots on the field to start different periods, intermix some kicking plays in there. It's going to be very, very similar to that.
Will you unscript things?
Yeah, I wasn't scripted last week either.
So that's what I mean. You won't script this time?
No.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
Next up, Troy.
Coach, you made that decision trying to balance contact and you're not going live. But with special teams, can you see enough as you get ready for the Titans? I mean, would that be something, because it's younger guys, maybe not starters? Would you do any of that more live on tomorrow?
We'll probably do more of it than we did last week. It was definitely evident last week that we needed to do what we did special teams wise, covering the kicks and the punts. We didn't tackle and finish them, but we need to do more of that. I'm going to try and get more punts in there in this tomorrow. Yes, we do need more of that, but, we won't be tackling.
Next up, Ryan O'Halloran.
Hey, Vic, two more on the injury front. Kareem Jackson not practicing today, and also what is Alberto's issue?
Kareem just begged me for a vet day, so I relented after he put a cupcake on my desk. And Alberto, a little hip problem, tightness, pull type thing. I'm not sure, but it has to do with his hip.
And second part, you made the trade last night with Ike. What didn't connect between you guys and the scheme, between him and the scheme you guys want to run?
Ask him what kind of cupcake it was, Mike.
I don't know that it was anything in particular. I just think it was a good opportunity. We have guys there. It was a good opportunity to give Ike a fresh start back on the East Coast. I'll be his biggest cheerleader. I hope he makes us look bad, and he's a great player there. I'm cheering for him. It just didn't work out here to the extent that he wanted it to, and we wanted it to. But I'm hoping the new surroundings benefit him in his career.
Next up, Mike Kliss.
Yeah, Coach, I guess extra question here. What flavor cupcake did you get from Kareem?
It doesn't matter. I've never had a bad cupcake. I like them all.
Okay. And then are you looking at tomorrow's, practice at the stadium scrimmage? Is it similar to the fourth preseason game in normal times? You're making the cuts the next day, that's kind of the last chance to make the evaluation?
A little bit of that, but not quite as far as to the extent, a lot of times your starters don't play in that fourth preseason game. Most of our guys will partake tomorrow. So in that regard, no. But, yeah, it is our last chance. We have to make the cuts the next day. So everything is weighted.
Guys, time for a few more. Next up, Nick Kosmider.
Yeah, Vic, I'm curious your impression of Derek Tuska and what he's brought to the table, and is kind of his biggest thing just continuing to get bigger and stronger at the NFL level?
Yeah, he needs to get stronger. He needs to develop more physically. Just all that, He came from I don't want to say a lesser level of play. He's out here now with NFL players. just everything, nothing in particular, but everything he was behind, and it's evident, and he needs more seasoning.
Next up, Brandon Cristal.
Coach, I know with the shortened schedule, you don't have a lot of time for sentimentality, but with the extra day, you maybe could have done the stadium practice next week. Was some of the thinking this could be the last time some of these guys ever get to step on an NFL field, so give them a shot under the lights, plus get the good work for your starters?
No, that wasn't the thought at all. We just wanted to end the week on it this week and then get into a normal practice week. We have 3 days off after this, so when they're done with the stadium, they're done with us until next Tuesday. So, no, that one part of it.
Last two, Kyle, then Arnie. Kyle, go ahead.
Hey, Vic, in the return game, I know several guys have been getting reps throughout this preseason, but with Diontae Spencer, what are you looking for him to kind of take the next step in growth here this year from last year?
He's got to score some touchdowns. He came close last year on a couple. He's got to go take it to the next level and take one or two to the house. I'll take one. Then when he gets one, I'll take two. But he had some really good returns last year, but he needs to take them to the house.
Last one, Arnie.
Yeah, Vic, with the expanded practice squad this year, does that dynamic change, your thinking? Does it kind of throw a wrench into the usual roster building decisions that you make as you and John come up with the 53?
No, I don't think it does, because your 53 is your 53. So however many you have on the practice squad doesn't matter until you need to go there. And I think it's a good thing that they've expanded the practice squad. I'm hoping that this stays forever. I've been saying it for a long time. We don't have minor leagues in the NFL like baseball and basketball does and hockey does. So we need to have more people on the practice squad to try and develop them. And it does help practice during the season, the more guys you have around, and just keeps giving us a chance to develop players. And so I hope this higher number of practice squad guys stays.
Okay,
What do
Coach,
you think? What do you
What's
think
that?
of the? I said, what do you think of the notion of a quarantine quarterback? Some people are thinking to have a quarterback that's away from the room, just learning the playbook, just on the what if.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary, to be honest with you, and plus it has to be with the right guy, somebody that has experience in your system, that if the emergency happens, you have them there. But I don't think our quarterbacks have been meeting together all camp. They're socially distanced like they should be. I think most teams are doing that, and there hadn't been an issue so far, knock on wood.